Okay, so what do we do if we have a subtraction sign in between my two polynomials? So the first thing, notice there's a step that got added here, right? Is the first thing is we have to distribute the negative and rewrite it. So there's really a -1 right here. Okay, so what that means is when I distribute that -1, it's going to change the sign of everything inside. So for my first part, that 5x squared minus 4x minus 8, that's going to stay the same. But when I distribute this negative, this positive 6x squared is going to become negative. Okay, this negative 9x is going to become positive, right? Because it changes the sign of everything. So plus 9x. And then my negative right here is going to change the sign of that positive 7 to -7. Okay, once I rewrite it, then I can go ahead and just combine them like I have before. So I'm going to identify my like terms. So I have my x squared right here, and then I have a negative, right? So I'm going to just go ahead and write them next to each other so I know that I'm going to combine them. Okay, and then I have a -4x and a positive 9x. So I'm going to go ahead and combine my x's. And then I have a -8 and a -7. And so now all I have to do is just go through and combine them. So 5 minus 6 gives me a -1, and then I just keep the x squared. Okay, a -4 plus 9 gives me a positive 5x. And remember, if you guys are struggling with your integers, you can put them in the calculator, just don't put the x's, right? So if I'm typing this in, I would type in -4 plus 9. And then my last one is going to be -8 minus 7. That gets me a -15. Okay, so once I've combined all my like terms, that's it. That's all I have. So that is my final answer. Now on the second one, again, remember step 1 is I'm going to distribute and change the sign of everything in that second parentheses. So notice the 17x minus 6 stays the same. This turns into a -5x, and this -10 becomes a positive 10. Okay, so now I identify my like terms. I have a 17x and a -5. Again, notice I am taking that sign with it, right? So if there's a minus in front of it, we're going to take that with the 5x. And then I have a -6 and a positive 10. And so when I go to combine, 17 minus 5 gives me 12, and I keep the x. And then -6 plus 10 gives me a positive 4. Again, nothing else left to combine, so that right there is going to be my answer.